Marcos, if I could just ask for your reaction on the President's veto of the Bulacan Airport.
Naninibago pa rin ang pag tinatawag mo ako. I'm sorry, say that again.
Your comment on the veto of the President of the House bill creating the Bulacan Airport economic.
I'm sorry, creating the...
Bulacan Airport economic zone.
No, yes, so there seems to have been a little bit of a misunderstanding over the last few days. First of all, the Bulacan Airport, tuloy po yan. The bill was not to create the Bulacan Airport, but the Bulacan Airport Economic Zone. So I would just like to make that clear. Secondly, my father is in full support of creating an economic zone in the area, but there were shortcomings in the bills that were filed in the upper and lower houses, which of course ES-Vic was right to point out. So I believe there is already a alternative bill that will be filed in this coming Congress that will hopefully address the shortcomings that resulted in the bill being vetoed in the first place. Like I said, I have not been as I suppose in tune with regards to the desires of the executive or that of the executive secretary. So I am only speaking from what I know, but I understand that of course this administration would like to support whatever economic incentives that the legislature puts forward. But that requires also to be in line with that of the executive agenda. As you know, the increase for the next budget, I believe, is only around 200 billion. In other words, our revenue streams have to be as high as possible. So I think that was the other note that the executive secretary made as one of fiscal prudence, and that I guess the tax breaks were too liberal, and I believe there was already something there to do with the authority that the Commission on Audit had over that said proposal. To tell you the truth, ma'am, hindi ko pa pinag-aralan ng mabuti yung bill. I only saw the letter that the Executive Secretary had given in order to veto that bill. But I have spoken to him, and these are the sort of the salient.
Balak ni Senador Joel Villanueva ng panukalang batas para itayo ang Bulacan Airport City Special Economic Zone kasama ang pagtatama sa mga probisyong hindi sinang-ayunan ng Pangulo. Sa kanyang veto message, tinutulan ng Pangulo ang mga probisyong nagdudulot ng tinatawag niyang substantial financial risks at di pagkakatugma sa ibang mga batas. Isa sa mga puna ng palasyo ang kawalan ng probisyon para makapag-audit ang Commission on Audit sa EcoZone. Wala rin daw probisyon ang panukalang batas para sa master plan kung saan nakasaad ang boundaries ng EcoZone. Sa isang pahayag, sinabi ni Villanueva na makikipagtulungan ng Senado sa Malacanang para mapabuti ang panukalang batas. May ihahain din daw na counterpart bill sa Kamara.
My father is in full support of creating an economic zone in the area, but there were shortcomings in the bills that were filed in the upper and lower houses, which of course ES-Vic was right to point out. So I believe there is already a alternative bill that will be filed in this coming Congress that will hopefully address the shortcomings that resulted in the bill being vetoed in the first place.
Balak itayo ang EcoZone malapit sa pinaplanong paliparan ng San Miguel Corporation sa Bulacan, Bulacan. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Trixie Cruz Angeles, hindi maaapektuhan ng veto ang pagpapatayo ng paliparan.
So this is the best way to address the problems, the innate problems of the House bill, and it gives an opportunity for the legislature to make those corrections. We understand their feelings of disappointment, but this is the stand of the President. Let's fix this now, so that we don't wait for it to be challenged later on.
Hinimok ni Senador Marcos ang economic team na magkaroon ng malinaw na polisiya ukol sa pagpapatayo ng eco-zones. Ang kapatid ng Pangulo ang nag-sponsor sa bill bilang pinuno ng Committee on Economic Affairs. Dagdag ng Senador, dapat magpulong sa lalong madaling panahon ang Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council para gabayan ang mga mambabatas sa nais ng Pangulo. Pagtitiyak naman ni Albay Congressman Joey Salceda, tutugunan ng Kamara ang mga isyung nabanggit ng Pangulo kapag naihain na ang bagong panukala. Cian Arcangel, CNN Philippines.
Tiniyak naman ni San Miguel Corporation President at Chief Executive Officer Ramon Ang na tutulong sa pagpapalago ng ekonomiya ang panukalang Bulacan EcoZone. Anya, $200 billion ang tinatayang kikitain mula sa pagluluwas ng mga produkto kada taon galing sa mga investors sa aviation, manufacturing, technology, education, healthcare at tourism industries. Dagdag pa ni Ang, handa silang makipagtulungan sa gobyerno para matamo ang mga hinahangad ng bansa.